Okay, come sit.
Peace is something Sandy and Lonnie Phillips find when they can.
Hey, girl.
In moments like this, they can catch a glimpse.
It's the simple stuff.
But peace is impossible to hold on to for long because they're missing a piece of their hearts.
Well, Jessie was always a bundle of energy. I often describe her as a Labrador puppy. She just loved everyone and everyone loved her.
Lonnie was Jessie's stepdad. He loved her from the day they met.
She and I become buds right off the bat.
Their little girl grew up with dreams of being a sports reporter.
We were very, very proud of the woman that she had become.
When she was 23, she left San Antonio for Colorado, where school and internships were waiting. But the life she was building was cut short. Just days before Sandy planned to visit her daughter, Jessie and her friend went to the movies for a midnight showing of Batman.
I said, okay, well, I'll talk with you tomorrow. And she said, Mom, go back to sleep, get some rest. I can't wait to see you next week. I need my mama. And I replied, I need my baby girl. And that was the last thing we ever said to one another.
Sandy got a call in the middle of the night from Jessie's best friend. Her daughter was killed in the 2012 Aurora Theater mass shooting.
Well, then we were laying there with her out of her mind and me thinking to myself, I no longer have a daughter and my wife is never going to be the same.
And our life was never going to be the same.
Yeah.
The loss sent Sandy and Lonnie into a depression they can barely remember.
We mapped this out so you could show you how dramatic the effect was across the board, really.
But it wasn't until they found a research study run by Fadel Zaidan at the University of California at San Diego that they felt their own souls begin to rest.
There's really a sense of helplessness that arises when we see victimhood from the just ubiquitous, just never-ending senseless gun violence that arises in this country. But what do we do?
Sandy and Lonnie, along with dozens of other gun violence survivors across the country, spent 8 weeks practicing mindfulness. They did hours-long guided meditations and other practices to help them be more present.
The more that we meditate, the stronger that our ability to regulate our emotions and stay in the present moment.
Well, immediately we both found that we were sleeping better. And within the time period of the class, I had gone off of my sleeping medication. My blood pressure had gone down.
With mindfulness training, the survivors found PTSD and depression decreased by 52%. Self-reported trauma decreased by 37%. And overall grief decreased by 23%.
They were able to finally be able to close their eyes and not see the trauma of their child.
And these findings are just the beginning.
Mindfulness can help people that are suffering from the worst type of human trauma, that maybe mindfulness can be more beneficial for other forms of trauma and grief.
My son's wedding almost 2 years ago now.
The Phillips just hope other survivors see the peace they found and know, while grief will never vanish, there is hope.
Those we love can never be more than a thought away. For as long as there's a memory, they live in our hearts to stay. True.
I'm Alexa Liaco.